So at this point, how much return work have you had a chance to do in practice? Who do you think are the primary kickoff guys? You're looking at primary punt guys.
We've had a lot of return work every day. They're catching kickoffs and punts during special team period and then during the special teams period. So really like Jeff Thomas back there. We've got KJ going through some reps. We're really putting the whole roster that has return ability back there. Trajan's caught punts and kickoffs. Obviously Mark Pope, Nigel Bethel, DJ Dallas, any guys that can have the ability to take it to the house. We want back there to change the dynamic of our special team.
Would you ideally like two different guys for kick and punt? Would everything be too much on Jeff Thomas's plate?
I don't think it'd be too much. I think he can do both. Obviously, we'd like to have a few that we're comfortable with putting back there, and I think right now we're at that point where we do have a couple guys that can do both. But like you said, the most important thing is that they secure the football. And really, you won't get that opportunity till you go live and get hit on a return. Which I got to see them in practice go ahead and hit the hole and not fear going in and sticking it in there and securing the football, which is the most important thing. Having the ball at the end of the play.
John, does Jeff want to do both? Sorry.
I think he would. Yeah, I think he's looking for the field as much as possible. Obviously, getting a heavy load on offense, I imagine. We got to protect him in some regards, but he's that guy. He is dynamic, and he's done it, and he's shown that he can secure the football. So.
How much does it help having the live scrimmage with a lot of fans there, especially for the return guys? Number one, for that kind of situation. The second, yeah, go ahead.
I think it's great, and what you saw last week is that we were outside on a full field, wind conditions, sun. Those returners taking into account all those things that we don't get inside in the indoor. So. It's good just to see them catch live balls and get a full scout team running down and condensing their return lane so they see their natural ability to take the kicks back.
The other thing I want to ask is, I know the coaches I've covered in the past really loved the veterans to play special teams because they thought it's so important not to sit them out or have to preserve their bodies.
Right.
What's the philosophy in this new coaching staff?
It is that philosophy. We want to play the best guys on special teams. Special teams are special. We're trying to sell that to our team right now, that our best players should play on special teams. On any given special teams, and obviously they can't play on every special teams, but we're trying to share the load of how important it is on special teams and sell that in the NFL on every roster. There's starters that play on special teams, and they got to make a living on special teams. And if you can do it in college, you'll make a living doing it in the NFL.
Could you name a couple guys that are? I'm not talking about returners necessarily, but other guys on special teams that are really standouts, great tacklers or whatever.
Well, right now, I would say a couple names that have been doing a heck of a job would be Realis, our fullback. He's done a heck of a job on punt for us. But you got veterans like Shaq. Shaq's a veteran that's played a lot of football, but he's a starter on punt right now. Punt's a very important, obviously, phase of our game. So Realis done a nice job. Nigel Bethel has done a good job returning kicks for us. So young guys out there. But they've all had their share, and everybody's getting the opportunity to prove on special teams. And obviously, like Realis, he's had a great spring and has shown that he's stepped up a level from the last time we saw him out here on the grass. So,
John, you have a couple young kids who obviously will be under you when they arrive. You'll be coaching them directly. How much contact are you allowed to have, for example, with Headley now? And have you seen the stuff with The Rock on Twitter back and forth? Yeah. And then also with Sam Brooks, can you be in his ear on a weekly basis? What's allowed with those?
We can talk to him. I talked to Headley. He's ready. He's got all his paperwork. Right now we're trying to get him in. Obviously all the application stuff. So they're doing all that. They've taken care of all that business. So we've been in contact, making sure him and Sam and Avery get all their paperwork done to make sure they're good with NCAA, good with the University of Miami. So that's all taken care of. Headley's excited to be here. He's going to be here actually a week early. So beginning of May he'll be here, but he's been training. He's excited. Every time I talk to him, he's just a great kid to talk to, and he's excited to be here, be a Hurricane. He really is. So, and then Sam is doing well. I talked to him this morning. He's got all his paperwork in, letter of recommendation, all that great stuff. So he's ready to be here. He's seen some pictures of him on Twitter. He's looking great. Looks like he's put on some weight. We're excited about that. But he's excited as well.